I just want to take a moment while I finish my lukewarm coffee to just talk about my nails because I'm obsessed. It's a Sally Hansen color therapy in the color Indiglo, and I keep looking at my nails because they look like tiny jewels. You know when you find that perfect polished color and then you just look at it and you're like, oh my gosh, I did good. I did great. Yeah, that's how I feel right now. Hello everyone, I'm here today to share with you guys a new Pinterest beauty hacks tested. I am very excited. I found a couple of new ones after spending a couple of hours on Twitter as normal. And so today I narrowed it down to 3 different hacks that I wanted to share with you guys. So if you do like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss out on new videos every Tuesday and Thursday. And if you have any requests for future beauty hacks videos and you want to see, does it work? Does it actually work, Pinterest? Leave me a comment below. I would love to hear from you guys. And without further ado, let's get into this. Okay, so for hack number 1, we are going to be testing applying your foundation with a sock. I don't know how I feel about this. So first I had to find a sock because most of them are disgusting. So I found one of the strays, you know, the ones that are like, you know, tucked away in the corner with a whole bunch of other misfits and you're like, someday I'll find your pair, and you never do. I've been holding on to those for like 5 years. So I washed it in boiling lava hot water, and now I feel good about putting it on my face. So we gonna do that. And what it seems like they did is they twist the sock like so from the top of it, twist it into like a ball and form it into this little like cushion sponge thing that you like apply to your face. It still feels weird. It feels weird putting socks on my face. But the application is supposed to be amazing. Your skin is supposed to look flawless. So I currently have no foundation on the skin. I do have a little bit of concealer under the eyes, which I have not set yet because I put it on and I was like, wait, I need to sit down and film the application of this. And I thought that the best way to test this would be to do half of my face with a sock and then half of my face with a beauty blender. And then we'll just zoom in really close and see if there's any sort of significant difference. First, I'm gonna put on a little bit of some primer, and I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow Foundation, which is one of my go-tos. I know how it looks on the face. I know that it's a good one, so we're gonna use that. All right, I have my little cushion thing of sock, and we're gonna dip it in foundation. We're gonna apply it to the face. All right, so there's one half done. And then with the exact same amount of foundation and a damp beauty blender, we are going to apply the same foundation to the other side of the face. So I had to use a little bit more of the foundation on the side that had the sock on it versus the side that had the beauty blender on it. Words I never thought I would say. I think because the sock probably absorbed a little bit more of the foundation than the beauty blender does, so that's something to just keep in mind. I'd say for myself, I still think the beauty blender side looks a little bit better, but only if you really look up close. Let's look up close, shall we? Let's like zoom in here. So you can see this is the side that has the beauty blender on, just my pores look a little bit smaller. It's a bit more smooth and airbrush looking versus the side that had the sock on it. You can kind of see a little bit of texture there. So yeah, while it does apply it to the face, it is definitely not my favorite technique out there. I would say that the beauty blender is better, the kabuki brush is better, heck, probably my fingers are better. So overall, this just didn't do it for me. All right, now I'm gonna finish up my face. We're gonna zoom out. We're gonna go on to the next hack. For beauty hack number 2, this is all around cleaning your brushes, which is something that I don't do enough of. So this hack involves taking a disposable plate and using hot glue to kind of sketch all these different designs into it and using that to clean your brushes more deeply. They do sell gloves and things like that through Sigma. I've used them before, they're fantastic. But if you want a more DIY and budget-friendly option, this might be a good one for you. So to get started, what you're gonna need is a disposable plate, as well as a hot glue gun, some soap to wash your brushes, and of course, some dirty brushes, which I'm sure I'm not the only one who has some that they need to clean. High five for not cleaning your brushes as often as you should. And then all you need to do is take your glue gun and design these little squiggles and lines and things like that into the paper plate. Now what most of the designs I saw did is they would split up the plate and do larger streaks and blobs and things like that for cleaning your face brushes, and then smaller ones for cleaning, you know, the nitty gritty things in your smaller brushes. Just as a note, when you're creating this, you are gonna need about 2.5 of the glue gun sticks of glue because you're doing a lot of different designs, or at least that's how many I went through because I actually had to stop and like go and like run and get another one. I didn't think it would go through that many, so just as a heads up if you do decide to do this. And I will say that I don't know how some of these people got their plates to look so pristine and perfect because the glue is obviously very stringy and hot and whatever. It makes it very difficult to make them very precise and very pretty. So it was kind of nice that I used a paper plate that was basically a Christmas plate. So this will make sense if you watch this video in December and no other time. And then you're gonna need to let that dry. I let it dry for about half an hour. I'm sure you don't need more than 5 minutes, but I had to go feed a baby. So I did that, and then I went and I cleaned up my brushes. So I have two here. One is a face brush and one is an eyeshadow brush. Both are clearly very dirty and in need of a cleaning. So all I did is I wet my brushes, put a little bit of the soap onto the plate, and then I scrubbed my brushes very gently until they were clean. Now I probably pressed a little harder than was necessary, but I wanted to see how well the hot glue adhered to the plate. And you know what? It did a surprisingly good job. None of the little hot glue gun blobs or streaks or anything like that smudged or smeared or fell off at all. Now, as you can see, I used a paper plate that was coated on the top so that it doesn't immediately seep through and destroy the plate. But you are going to need a fully plastic plate because mine is going to last through this one wash and that's about it. If you don't want to use a plastic plate, try using a cutting board. I feel like that would work too if you can find like a cheap one somewhere, and doing the same thing with all the designs. It would probably work better if you want to put it away under the bathroom counter or something like that, because it's going to lay flat if you get a rectangular one or square one or something like that, versus the plastic plate is round, so it's obviously going to slide all over the place unless you lay it down flat. Overall, I think the plate did a really good job. I think this is a great hack and a definite win in my books. And now on to the final hack, and this one is around nail polish, and I saw that and I was like, this would work well for me because klutz right here. And the hack stated that if you spill nail polish, to pour sugar on top, and it's going to soak up all of the nail polish and cause it to clump, so it's much easier to sweep away. And then I was thinking about it, I was like, how am I gonna test this, because I don't actually want to potentially ruin my tiles. So what I did is I found an old tile in my basement from the previous owners. I'll show you. Ta-da! So this is one of the tiles in one of the bathrooms. I'm gonna be honest, if any of the tiles break in that bathroom, I'm gonna tear the whole thing out and put in some fresh tiles. Probably white, maybe gray. I like neutrals. So all I did is spilled some old nail polish all over the tile. You can see I got kind of into it and created some sort of fancy design. And then I dumped a whole bunch of sugar on top of it because I wasn't sure how much to use, but I wanted to make sure that the design was at least covered entirely. And you can see it's like starting to clump up. Like it was legit adhering to the clumps of nail polish, and then I could like kind of sweep it away to the side to dispose of. Now you can see it does leave a little bit of a stain on the floor from the dark nail polish, but that's really easy to clean away with some nail polish remover if that works for your tile floors. Now if you wanted to use just nail polish remover and clean it all up, you do you, but this is a way easier method. It's gonna get rid of the majority of the nail polish, so you're not like soaking your floors in nail polish remover, and sweeps it away and you're done. This was a great hack to use. Highly recommend it. If you're klutzy like me and you spill nail polish, definitely give it a go. And that's everything for this video. Give it a thumbs up if you want to see more beauty hacks tested. I hope you guys found this video helpful and entertaining in some way, and if you did, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on new videos every Tuesday and Thursday. I will leave all of my social stuff down in the info bar below in case you're interested. If you have any beauty hacks that you want me to test out, or beauty dupes or anything like that, leave a comment below or just say hello, because I love hearing from you guys. I hope you're all having an amazing week so far, and I'll see you guys all in my next video. Love you girls. Mwah!